Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's not the end of the presentations. As you all no doubt are aware, this is the last Test match in New Zealand for a fellow by the name of R.J. Hadley. He began his career on this ground back in 1973 against Pakistan, and 414 wickets later, Richard, this apparently is the end of the road for Richard Hadley in New Zealand. To acknowledge that fact, Mr. John Anderson, the President of the Wellington Cricket Association, would like to make a special presentation to Richard on behalf of the fans of Wellington and on behalf of the fans of New Zealand. Mr. Anderson.
In New Zealand, at this time, we need a few heroes. Today we had 11 of them. They did a great job. But most particularly, we have a real hero, someone in Richard Hadley. His performance, I won't do the figures, but as a role model, as someone we can be proud of, and proud of in England, I hope, later on this year. What a wonderful figure. We have got Wellington, Wellington's public signing a book, those in the museum, the dignitaries, the prime ministers, politicians and whatever, and this is our tribute to Richard and what he's done. And let's say he's welcome any time back in the future. What a wonderful record and what a wonderful New Zealander. Richard, on behalf of Wellington.
Thank you, John. I suppose the timing couldn't be better, really, with a New Zealand victory over Australia, for me to finally leave the Test arena here in New Zealand. I must say that, at the risk of being boring, according to one New Zealand newspaper yesterday, I must say that it was a despicable piece of writing and very degrading, but having said that, I am still very proud of what I have achieved in New Zealand cricket, but more importantly to be part of New Zealand cricket and what they have achieved through the 70s, the 80s and now the 90s, where we've earned credibility and respect all over the world. And to be part of that is one of the great memories for me. And to have played in this particular team has been quite outstanding. And one of the players did say to me today in the dressing room, it's a fitting way to go out. You deserve that. And I thank you for that. I think it's fair to say that here at the Basin Reserve, there's been some tremendous memories for me with New Zealand Test match victories and, of course, some major milestones throughout my career. I thank you, the people of Wellington, for the support that you've given me in New Zealand cricket during the 18 or 19 years that I've been playing. I look forward to seeing you back on Wednesday week for the testimonial match. And let's hope we have some lovely fine weather as we have done over the last few days. But as a parting gesture, again, thank you very, very much for your support and thank you for the memories. Thank you.
Don't go away yet, just Richard. Hang on, people. There's one more presentation to make. It's to the man you're chanting for. He tells me it's 415 Test wickets, by the way. I'm sorry, Richard, I failed to count correctly. As you are all aware, Richard Hadley has had a marvellous relationship with Australian cricket fans over the last 15 years. I suppose it could be best described as a love-hate relationship, but there's one thing about Australian fans: they know a champion when they see one, and they respect one when they see one. And from Sydney, Mr. Tim Bailey from radio station Today FM has brought with him some congratulatory tapes from Australian cricket fans and listeners to that radio station. Included on the tapes are messages of goodwill from both the Australian Prime Minister Bob Hawke and the New Zealand Prime Minister Geoffrey Palmer. I'd now like to call on Tim Bailey to present now the Hadley tapes.
Thanks. Richard Hadley has a lot of mates in Australia. 2,000 of them are on this tape, including one of our biggest cricket fans, Bobby Hawke. Everyone wants to say thanks very much, Richard.
Thank you, Tim. And thank you, Richard. We'll see you on the telly at Trent Bridge in June. That's it, ladies and gentlemen, as far as the official presentations are concerned. Thank you for attending. It's been a marvellous crowd over the 5 days, particularly over Saturday, Sunday and today. Let's all now go and celebrate this great New Zealand victory.